Hello everyone and welcome back to Parts Cannon Garage. We have a very special treat for you today, the Buccaneer. This motor is unlike any of the other motors on the stand, and you'll see what I mean. I was just amazed at, number one, it's all metal. It looks really cool with this hash grid pattern or whatever on the side, and it's just very square and just cool looking. So let's get you in close and take a really good look at this. We'll take it apart and go through the whole routine. You know the drill. Okay, the Buccaneer. I don't know what year this is yet, but I will let you know. Hopefully I'll post something on the screen right now. Lots of writing on this case, so I want to take note of it. We have the shifter on the side. It says reverse, neutral, and forward. As we move around. Oh, before I forget, if you're wondering why we're using the tank stand, it's because CylonFace is hogging the other stand. A lot going on with CylonFace lately. So as we move around, there's a lot of writing on the front of this. Buccaneer with the cool graphic, starting instructions, shift to neutral, open fuel valve and vent, filler cap, set twist grip at start, turn something control knob to prime and hold to prime. I wonder what that does. Well, there's a lot going on there. So that's your mixture control, your pull start with very comprehensive starting instructions. Here's your standard twist grip throttle. It's pretty stiff. As we move around to this side, looks just like the other side. There's some writing here. For spark plug maintenance, remove this cover. Okay, thanks for the tip. Here's our tag, which of course is not going to just say the year on it. That's a big pet peeve of mine, as you may know. Continuing to move around. Not much going on in the back. But as we look down here, I'm assuming this is exhaust right here. I don't really know what that is. Maybe that's water output? Very different. It's like a tube, but it's molded into the what do they call that? The exhaust piece? I don't know what they call that. I have to study some outboard terminology. It's got an old school, a different looking prop on it. Okay, let me put this back on the stand and we'll try to take this cover off. Here we go. One thing I've learned is you can sort of tell what the case screws are by which ones are the most beaten up. So there's some Phillips screws on the side. I think those are just holding the graphic piece on. There's some flatheads all over the place. So I'm going to start with the top flatheads. Ice cube tray. Another one over here. Looks like there are 4 flatheads on the top. Whoa! That's a really long one there. To remember, the long one goes over there. Unless this is a long one, probably is. Yes, it is. Okay. Hey, a flywheel. And there's the pull start. Wow, that looks great. Really strong. Looks really clean. Okay. I'll give you a tour in a minute, but you're just looking at a flywheel down here. Now let's work on taking off the side. Okay, this has 2 beat up flatheads here and here. And then, You probably didn't hear that, but when I turned this, I heard what sounded like liquid flowing. It's not flowing anymore. So what I think I did was whatever garbage was in this gas tank, I just probably let it into the carb. That was stupid. Anyway, this needs to come off. It looks like a little Allen key. A couple of these, let's see. Two. I think I have a rolling stool around here somewhere. That would be better. It's even parts Canning Garage colors, despite it being a Wen product. Anyway. Okay, let's take this gas knob thing off here. I'm guessing this is a fuel valve because it mentioned on the front opening the fuel valve before starting and opening the breather, which is up here on top of the fuel cap. There we go. Okay, so this came off. This is just a metal knob. Let's not lose that little plug. Ice cube tray. Okay, let's see. That doesn't come out, I guess. All right, let's take this off. Maybe shifting would help. I see some spider webs in there. I guess that's good. I have no backstory on this motor. Well, I guess I do. The backstory is that a guy was cleaning out the basement, I think he said of a church. He was commissioned to clean it out, and he found this. So he sold it to me. What did we pay for this? I don't remember, $100. So we have no idea if this thing runs. I mean, it looks like it's certainly been used. It's filthy, but it doesn't look like it's been beat up or anything. Looks like normal wear and tear for something of this age. I'm guessing, because this looks kind of like the Mercury, you know, I'm guessing this is maybe 70s, early 70s. I don't know. I'm terrible at guessing. But look at that. Wow, what a cool looking motor already. What the heck is all this? So I was admiring, okay, we'll come back to that. I was admiring this side. Hopefully you can see this. To get this a little centered. So it's just the block itself. I guess this is the crankcase. I don't know. This is very interesting looking. It's got these tubes. Are these cooling tubes? I don't know what this is. This is a weird design. The carb. Yeah, what does prime do? Prime is, what the heck? Oh my goodness, fuel is, oh, that smells, it's kind of sweet, old. Ooh. So when you turn this knob, I'll show you close up, but what the heck is going on here? All right, well, let's look at the other side, which is equally crazy. I really lucked out with buying these different outboards, you know, to get such variety. I didn't really set out to do that. So, I don't know if you can see this, but I'll grab the camera and bring you in closer, because this is just wild. What the heck? This seems like it would break. I guess it's working. It's a series of 4 pulley wheels and just an elaborate routing of a steel cable. for the throttle. It's like they set out to make something like a Rube Goldberg machine or something for the throttle. It's very strange. All right, well, let's grab the camera and get you in close. How does this tank come off? I can't quite tell how this comes off. Is this just sitting on here? Well, why don't we just leave the tank on for now? I think it might just be a couple bolts back here. I don't know. But that's okay. Let's leave the tank on for now. We don't need to take it off, but let me, I gotta get some close-up footage of this weird stuff going on. All right, we'll start up front with the carb. Pretty basic looking carb to me. I think this one would be pretty easy to clean. Although there's a huge intake bracket that looks like it's part of the carb, so it's a very different design. But this prime thing, so here's the knob. And usually this is like a low speed idle, but when you go all the way to the left, if you look closely, it engages this little, right here. It's pressing this little tab down, which moves this arm and just sort of slaps. I don't know how else to describe it. It looks like a hand slapping this pin. And when that happens, that's supposedly priming. And if you watch, like, fuel comes out. I don't know if that's really supposed to happen, but let's see if I can get it to happen again. Yeah, this whole thing is covered with fuel. Okay, well, that's interesting. That's something unique that I haven't seen before. If you have, please post a comment of what the heck that is. I know what prime is on a motor, right? That's going to give it a little extra gas at the beginning to get started. So we have our shift knob, which, as we read, was just forward, neutral, reverse. Seems like it shifts really easily. These are the weird sort of pipes that are built in, or tubes. Here's my pointer. I don't know, that's pretty unique. Take a closer look at this exhaust tube, or whatever this tube is, I don't know. There's some writing there. Hope you can see that. It says water flush, and there's a screw. If you put a water connection on there to flush it, it's called water flush. Okay. So that's this side. Here's the two plugs going into the head. I don't know how you take the head off this. Just the whole thing is strange. You know, normally you'd have a head sitting here that would come off. I don't see how you'd ever take that off. Let's rotate it. I'm trying to keep it in the light. Okay, so moving all around. All right, so again, I don't really know how to get at the head. I guess you take these side plates off, and hopefully we don't have to do that. But take a look at the throttle, right? The throttle comes down here, and it rotates this huge disc, which has a cable over it. The cable routes through under this pulley, back over another pulley, and then I don't know where it goes from there. I can't really see it. I guess it goes up and underneath. I can't see where it goes, or maybe it just terminates on that pulley. And then the other side of this wheel goes up over another pulley, routes underneath here, wraps around the bottom of, it looks like the stator plate, maybe? You can see it wrapping around. And then this throttle, so the stator moves to advance the timing, and then that throttle, it's going to ride on this plate with a nice little cone-shaped piece of metal here, and then that's actually the carb. That's the throttle. You can see. Huh. Well, that's different. This is pretty hard to turn. Almost feels like I'm going to break something. When I'm turning it, I certainly don't want to break that cable. That would be a nightmare to redo. I think. I don't want to do that. That doesn't sound fun. So this concludes our tour of the Buccaneer. Step 2, let's give this thing a quick wash. I'm excited to work on this one. Well, this may be the first and hopefully last time you see this, but I'm going to skip the wash for now just because, like I said, CylonFace is on the rolling stand that has the nice catch basin, and I don't want to destroy the whole garage if I can help it by washing this, but I will wash this, it's filthy. So let's move on to checking for spark. That should be interesting. Okay, we have our drill set up. Let's pull the plugs. I think I am going to at least get the spiders out of here. I hate spiders. Seems like a number of spiders decided to camp underneath this gas tank. I think they're long gone, but all right. Now, does the Buccaneer have any way to indicate which wire is the top? Maybe. This one has a bunch of tape wrapped around it. Maybe someone did that, but it doesn't look like there's anything from the factory. Maybe there was... Oh, no, I lied. There's a little metal clamp on here that says top. All right. It's good to know all these manufacturers actually do that. Oh, those are in there. Oh, okay. Let's take a look at the top cylinder. Smells oily, but clean. Oily, again, but good looking plugs. Clean. These are Motorcraft AS4Cs. Okay. Keep one for spark. So let's test the top cylinder first. I guess I'll do it sitting down. Just turn this over first. This is going to fly over and hit me. All right, it turns over pretty easily. Okay, we have good spark on the top. Good spark on the bottom. In the tradition of you not believing me, I'm going to get you in here and turn the lights off. This is the bottom plug wire. So we'll do the bottom first. I think you can see that spark, hopefully. Now we'll do the top. Same spot. All right, beautiful. All right, so we have spark in both cylinders, on both plug wires, which is great. Next, we'll move on to compression. If you know what a Buccaneer is supposed to have for good compression, please let me know. There must be a Buccaneer expert out there somewhere. I've been doing a lot of searching for parts and things, and I don't think I've ever seen Buccaneer anywhere. Let's do the top first. I'm sure it's out there. I just haven't stumbled upon the right place yet, but okay. Let's see. 53.5. Let's try it again. Still climbing, 57. Okay, so maybe the rings are waking up a little bit. 57 on the top. Let's try the bottom. $62 on the bottom. So they're within 10% of each other, which is the general rule. So that's good. $57 and $62. Okay, what to do now? Well, let's take a look inside this gas tank and see what we're dealing with. There's definitely a lot of varnish and crap in here. The gas that's in, there's still gas in here. It looks like coffee. It's dark. All right, next step is definitely to pull this tank off. So let's figure that one out. At least we have a valve here that I opened and let all the garbage into the carb. That was smart. Let's take off this clamp and get rid of the fuel line first. Used, but I don't like the looks of it. Yeah, this is annoying sitting down. I'm sure the sound is not fun either. Alright, so there's two bolts back here that go right into the tank, so it's our first clue. Whoa, okay, well, I didn't expect that. It's just those two bolts holding this tank on. That's it. So let's put this off to the side. I just realized I don't think you can use the pull start without this entire cover on. I don't know. Let's see. Is there any way to get this thing on here? Well, there is a rope pull start. I didn't think I'd be using this rope so soon. What are you doing? Get out of here. We have a rogue visitor for the first time. Hi. You want to work on an outboard? What are you doing? Yikes. There's gas pouring out everywhere. Well, that was good. Cool. We'll take it. I woke up this morning and I realized that I haven't been introducing this motor by name. This is Brown Bomber. Everyone meet Brown Bomber. And I'm sorry, Brown Bomber, I should have been calling you that. We were calling you the Buccaneer and all kinds of stuff. It's a very cool motor. But one thing I wanted to do today was just get this thing running for a while in the water. Let's see if any water starts shooting out, if there's an impeller somewhere that's working. Let's see if we can get it to warm up a little bit. And I was trying to think of how to do that, because that tank is certainly not ready to be used. There's all kinds of junk in it. It needs to be cleaned out. The onboard tank I'm talking about, which is right here if you don't remember. This thing needs to be cleaned before we put it back on. So I thought, why not just hook our regular gas tank directly into the side of the car? So I took the normal connector off the end and just routed it right in. And you could run it like this forever if you really wanted to. So we'll squeeze this and let's give it a shot. Now remember, the pull start for this motor is integrated with the gas tank, so unless that's all back on, you can't use the pull start. So we're going back again to our trusty rope here. Never thought I'd be using this for any other motors, but here we are. Okay. So this hasn't been touched since yesterday. So what I'm going to do is use the prime. I don't know if you remember that, but if you turn this knob on the front all the way to the left, it primes it. There's no choke on this motor, there's just a prime. Okay, so that seems like something happened. Let me squeeze the ball here. Okay. Okay, so we've primed it. Cord is on, it's in neutral. And let's see. All right. Well, we lost something. Oh no, not the hand pointer. Oh goodness. I mentioned in the CylonFace video that I remember with these rope pulls getting whipped in the face. I also remember whipping other people and whipping everything around you, because it just basically goes flying when you pull it. Let's try it again. Let's get a real good pull this time. Wow. When we were inspecting this, one thing I missed was that this handle here was all taped up with black tape. So of course I took the black tape off and the handle is broken. There's a couple plastic pieces that were just taped on. Doesn't affect the operation of it, but I'd like to get a new handle. So I'll be looking for a new handle. We'll be cleaning out that gas tank. I don't know if we have to clean the carb. It seems to be running fine, but we'll take a closer look once we get that gas tank installed and get it all back together. But for now, I think we'll leave it here and stay tuned for the next episode when we do all those things I just mentioned and hopefully get the brown bomber out on the water. I can't wait. Thanks again for watching, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.